Hello, BAME farm fans. We find ourselves at the top of the grain bin because we are finally going to put that corn from Thanksgiving in the bin. Let's open the lid, look down inside. It's dark, and there's the distributor. Yeah, it feels like we haven't had sunshine for a month. It snowed last night, so there's some snow still around. Still have the beans out front there. We're hoping this sunshine continues throughout the next few days. After today, the snow will be melted off, and hopefully very shortly we're going to get those beans. They're not standing so well. Those were the early beans on June 20th. I planted my beans like first week of July, and they're standing much better because they didn't have the time to grow as tall. See, let's say there's one time where planting late works in our favor, because the early beans around here had mold issues, really bad mold issues, because they were drying down when Hurricane Gordon came through. There was also stink bug problems with eating little tiny holes in the side of the pod. So there was holes. When it rained, water would get in, and these beans were trying to dry down. So there's those problems. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it from up here, but it'd be really convenient if I could. Because we've got to pull the auger over, which I am making progress a little bit. I'm going to have to swing it. I don't know if I can do... Oh, I can. Okay. But we want to be just over the edge of the lip, because when it comes out, there's a little bit of projection from the auger, we'll say. It throws it just a little bit. Now, if we let that down, I think we're just going to come over just over the lip barely. Might need another couple inches, but we'll make those pushes from the ground. Let's see. I think in this video we're also going to see the, let's say, preparations for the bin. Yeah, well, we're going to spray a little bit of bug protection, which has worked out when we actually do spray the inside to create a barrier for bugs. The corn does stay very clean. When we don't, we get until about May before we start having bugs. Then it gets warm and wet, and the bugs just go crazy. Okay, might need another inch, and we need to go to the side just a little bit. Then we'll find a bunch of blocks to block the tires up. We'll try letting it down. Hopefully you can see that. Looks like we're sitting over the edge, almost about to touch. I don't want to put too much weight because that's just fiberglass at the very top. And we'll find a rock, block a tire. Oh, that piece of wood's in a good spot. That little chunk of rock. Oh, here's a real good wood block. Block it in place. And now I just gotta go search up what's left of the boot so we can contain our mess down here. Okay, I dug the boot out of the barn. Or, you know, it's I guess it's been around. Met a few tractor tires or gravity wagons tires or something with a little weak bits of attention. We gotta lift it up. I'll slide it under. I guess I could have a bit more space up there at the bin to make this easier. Just gonna slide it under. We're getting there. Gotta work it back and forth a few times. Yeah, pretty close. That's about as good as it gets. Just gotta strap up the backside, realign the top up there. It's pretty close. And strap it on. This has nice little, let's say, cloth straps with a little clip. There we go, now it's all the way on. Kind of a little claw type thing. You slide it through. And you're supposed to be able to pull it tight, and then the claw will grip it. Hopefully this is mostly sitting still and these straps won't be tried out too much. There we go. Just got to reach the grease gun down there, grease that fitting, grease PTO. Look fairly straight. Now I can set this down again. I had to lift it back up so I had room. Put the boot on. Okay. We just don't quite touch there. One more check of straightness. I still feel like we can move this just a little bit. There, might be too much. Okay. That's about as good as it's going to get. We just have to pull up and have the wagon. That's a little crooked. I might try to reorient the boot so this side isn't so low. It looks like it twists down to the left. Time to lube it up. Oh, if I could get my... Yep, I can get my hand down there. Couple pumps. Or 3. Okay, we see any grease coming out yet? I see it moving stuff right there. Yep, okay, we got it. At the top it's a sealed bearing, but once we get it going I'll go up there with some used oil and oil up the chain. All these are sealed bearings the whole way up. I would hate if one of these went out. That looks like that'd be an absolute nightmare. I don't know if there's any brakes in the shaft. Can't tell because there's all these hoods on it. But that would be a pain in the butt. Probably almost be cheaper or easier to get a whole new auger, because we bought this guy for not a whole lot actually. If it's not a swing away auger, the value on them is very low in this area. 1 pump, 2 pumps. See, we're getting some grease out right there. Oh, well, this is a new grease gun. Everybody, like last year, was going crazy on grease gun videos. I don't know if there's a name brand on it, but it almost has its own lock and lube. Once you get that first pump in, it locks on. You don't have to have a clip or anything, but there's still the juggle of holding it while making the first pump of the handle. First we gotta come around this way. Seems like it still spins. Get our grease zerk oriented in an upward position. Snap it on. 1 pump. 2, 3, we see grease. If we look at it, it doesn't pull off. It's on there. I could get a really weird... I'm pulling on it crossways, and grease is still going in. I don't even know what the brand name is on this. Something we picked up at Rural King. Seems to work real nice. Okay, so this is greased. I was waiting on corn. And do our quick spray down of the bin. Well, not bad. Almost no chute needed. Pulled it up nice and tight. Had to use the TC. There are little problems. There are the cinder blocks there that are going to be used for the floor in that bin, which we haven't finished yet, just because, you know, everything's a slow project. When you have cattle and everything else to deal with. Can't just, you know, wake up and go directly to dealing with that and other problems. Got to feed the cows, deal with them. Feed the bottle babies. Feed them hay. Do this, do that. I did kind of get a little bit of a tight turn coming in here. It's a little tight. But time to put the PTO on and then see about go time. Time to get that first little bit out and see what we find. Shiloh's definitely gonna find a mouse, aren't ya? You gotta be right there for everything.
I got 2 rags.
Yeah, it's probably only 2 rags. Doesn't feel warm.
No, it feels good.
Yeah. Okay, let's give it the juice. This thing's running too slow. You can stop it, especially if it's wet corn. Yeah. It's coming out like it's clumping a little bit in there.
Yeah.
It's still cold though. Well, we gotta go up to the top and up top to the grain bin and grease. Hoping that's dust and not steam. I can just dig my hand in. It doesn't feel too warm. It's not super cold. See what's happening inside the bin. Now here's the very first corn going in. If the bin wasn't empty, I'd turn the fan on to help blow the bees' wings out. Trying to get too much oil on us. Of course, it'll be all over the top of the bin up here. Hopefully not too much goes down in. Okay, I guess we got that well enough. We are a little off to the side. Might have to adjust that some for the next wagon. You see how it kind of shoots down at an angle. Well, let's go down and see what it looks like from the bottom. Well, if we poke our head in, it's really dark, and it smells like a funky tomato because of the malathion. But we're starting to get a spread. We finished climbing in. Whew. It's not as off to the side as we were before. Usually end up with a slight pile in the middle. And you can see we have the shiny spot over here. We repainted that. If we get real close, you can kind of see the pits in the metal. The sun does not get on that part of the wall very well to dry it out. So it can condensate very easily. It's not bad, but you can see at that point it misses the chute a little bit, and we're about to get rained on over here. When the spreader's in that position, it gets a good shot out. Yeah, the malathion is not super dry, but it'll create a barrier on the floor and the walls. I wish there was a way to get underneath the bin better where it could be harboring lots of eggs. But this will stop them from coming up. Now, it won't gas them out or anything, but the petroleum-based product, all it has to do is touch the bug, or the insect, the larvae, anything. It's a contact killer. They don't have to eat it or bite down on it. All you have to do is get it on them, and it will kill the insects. Really, the worst spot, because of the moisture, we also patched the flashing on the floor, because that had rusted away. I remember taking it up and there was tons of bug eggs and bugs underneath the flashing because it was so damp over here, which I need to get a little piece of duct tape or something to cover that little hole up. This is what I was afraid of, was having a hole rust through. Now, the last drain to be emptied out was right here, but that doesn't get good sunshine or airflow because it's next to another bin. That's why that side is so bad. That side of the bin can be really bad about sticking to the walls also. However, the sweep, we usually come in with the sweep right at the door and then work our way around. So if we put the sweep in, I I don't know, March, April. Takes us a couple months to get to that side, and by midsummer we're part of the way around the bend. So yeah, we're already going to be emptying out this drain over here in the middle of summer. Well, that has to wait until fall, easily October, before it's removed in that last quadrant over there. Now we've got 2.5 wagons to put in here. We have ground some of this fresh, less than dry corn for feed. So we don't have as much as we did that we harvested around Thanksgiving. But maybe we'll get a foot of grain in here, and being spread out so thin, it will help it dry and keep it from heating up and getting funky. Let that doorway blind you. And how the distributor pattern's set up, we're going to get a bunch of trash settling in that low dip right there, like all the sticks and stems. Off inside the bin, let's look at this. It's bridging. It's obviously not dry. We've already established that. Yeah, so I wish a stupid dryer was working. A lot of misadvertisation on that. You know, called the seller before I bid on it. He said he always put it away ready to use. Well, apparently it wasn't that ready. That's another thing on the list. I guess we're surviving okay without the dryer. Well, we just put the last of it in. You can kind of see a pile. The lighting in here isn't fantastic, but it is not early in the day. It kind of spreads it out so it's not one big pile, but if we turn the fan on, I'm going to have to spread it around a bit.